they some skinheads.
Yeah.
They're skinheads and they on some German Hitler shit. And they feel that it's their right to say that because, listen, once we allowed them into the living room and we didn't pay attention and watch them in the living room, now they're all over the house. As the brother just said, so now they feel it's their right to use that vehicle that we created to further their own cause. They say, listen, wait a minute, black people not using it to talk black power shit no more. Let's use it to talk white power shit. That's how you reverse the energy from one polarity to the next.
Okay, how are we gonna get our youth to grab that back though? Because they're calling this the new conscious hip hop all around the world. You see what I'm saying? How are we?
We gotta counter it.
Yeah, how? I mean, how?
We have to begin with lectures like this. And brothers, bring out some elders who understand what hip hop is really about.
Okay.
And we have to bring that essence of this back. You know, at like the soccer games over there, they throwing bananas at black people and they allowing us to have it. Calling us monkeys every time we touch the ball. So it's spreading. This is spreading faster than you can imagine. Soon this is going to be biting us in our ass even more so. So we have to counter it, and we cannot counter it using the devil's weapons. If you're gonna fight him on his terms, he wrote the program for all that shit. You think you're gonna he downloaded the program for we shall Once we did that, they wrote the program to counter that, put the cops 30 feet away, this and that, cut the street off, this and that. They got a system for that shit. And they download the program every single time. We have to come at them unconventionally or in methods that favor us. We got to tilt the scales in our favor. Next question. Yes.
First of all, I want to commend you for the research you did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Second thing I want to say was due to the fact of what's all said, like for the MCs now that's coming up, we talk about different avenues. What are different avenues now? Because I'm an MC myself. My name's J Black Nice.
Well, for me, I'm going to say this. You have to determine what success is for you. I explained this yesterday in a private lecture with Griff. I was saying, if they write the program called Success, and this is the program called Success, and at the top is 4 women, 5 cars, 3 houses, BET all over the world, iced out. If that's what success is to you, then they write and control each and every path you can use to get to success. So they can make you a thug rapper, thug homo, you know what I'm saying, criminal shot 9 times. All of these programs, so if you're going to allow them to determine what success is for you, they control your destiny. But success could also be selling 10,000 copies on your own at $8 a pop. That's 80 grand. You see what I'm saying? And you're getting your message out and nobody can tell you how, you know what I'm saying, to put your message out. Do you know $80,000 is a nice piece of change?
Yeah.
Shit, I grew up on welfare. $80,000.
I'm putting together an independent label myself now.
Okay.
So that's in the work, and I feel you on that most definitely. But you don't find a lot of people that want to make a collaborative effort. Like for the industry, they make an effort together to make movies. But we have meetings and things of that nature. But when it comes down to the music, a lot of the bands don't get together with the MCs. The MCs don't get together with the bands. So where is the resources to actually make that collaborative effort? Just that ability to come together, basically.
Well, first of all, the ability to come together ain't got nothing to do with resources. That's what brothers and sisters getting on the same accord and saying,
you know, people are resources.
yeah, you know, 'cause the Willie Lynch program is everywhere. So 2 brothers can't get together for a common cause. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, it ain't got nothing to do with resources. It's about saying, listen, you got a drum machine, I got rhymes, he do artwork, he's a web designer. That's how it gets started, and let's keep it moving on that realm. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need no, listen, you get your community. One thing about the Dirty South, these brothers get the community behind them. Whenever you selling 40, 50,000 out your trunk, that's community support. So you can get support down here. And you get a lot of them artists, they sell 100,000 every year on their own out of their trunk, and then they want to sign with the music label anyway and get raped. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to decide if you want the fame or the money. Because you can have the money without the fame. But brothers want that fame. And then they sell out and get raped. Next question. Yes.
So, I just wanted to make a statement that people understand the essence of music. When you go back to Africa, what you got with the elements, anytime Africans went to war, they started out by the drum. And if you listen to all the music he played, the essence of hip-hop had a drum roll. There was no bass line, there was no nothing. So if you're not taking advantage of that, they're using this as a weapon on us. They're sounding off their drums, our drums on us. You know?
Very key. Next question. Got me some questions. Yes.
Yeah, one of the ways, like you were talking about how hip-hop is affecting our youth, we know that whether the elders like it or not, hip-hop, what they're calling hip-hop in there, which is really the entertainment version of it. What are some of the strategies that just the average people can use to counter that in their communities and their schools? What are some of the ways, like you point out the strategies in your presentation, how can they be applied to the larger communities?
A very good question. We need to really get back into the streets. We really roll up our sleeves because we like neo-political people now. You know, we like so futuristic, we internet political people now. Hit my website, nigga. Oh, nigga, I'm not coming out to march, you know. I'm not coming out to the internet now, nigga. Get my message through the internet. Yo, kill. Just getting that message through the internet now. We gotta get back out there and we gotta link up with them people and we gotta use hip-hop and reverse the polarity of it. Brother, Professor Griff got this Kid Hoppers thing out where he's taking and showing you how you can teach through hip-hop. That's what we need. We need to create a hip-hop curriculum.
Exactly.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? We have the people who can do it because I can teach my 17-year-old son more if I spit some bars on them that made sense as opposed to teaching them through some linear process because we didn't learn like that.
Exactly.
That's linear process teaching. That's not how we learn. We live it. We experience it. We get out. We do it. You know what I'm saying? Them kids can know them lyrics to them damn rap songs and know the secret codes on the PlayStation. BBAA, BBBB. And they can use this hand-eye coordination faster than you can imagine.
Yes.
I play PlayStation with my son. He don't teach me all of the sideways shit. All the secret codes and shit that he know. I'm saying, yo, how come you ain't tell me I can do that? The shit all BBA, baby, and they do this shit fast. Which means to show you that the potential is there for them to learn. We gotta put it out, and we can't put it out through their system. We gotta put it out like this on the underground. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stealth this. We gotta walk from, and we gotta build a so-called chitlin circuit in each and every town we go to. We up in the Lush Cafe right now. I'm supposed to be able to go from the Lush Cafe to another cafe in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? People, and this is how we bridge it and keep it along so we can pass what we do here on to them and so forth and so on. If we're using their medium, if we're going to use the matrix, television, DVDs, all that kind of stuff, if we're going to ride their frequency, we're using their program. They can shut us down anytime we want.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's be clear with that.
Yes. When I talk about resources, I actually was talking about people, like real resources for each other.
People. Oh, my bad, bro.
That's all good. How many in here do production? Anybody in here do production? All right, I'm gonna get with both of y'all. Anybody else? You would write your number down and I get it, because I'm an MC. And I know for production, you don't find people producing things with that hip-hop flavor. It's more so other instruments, a lot of different stuff. I like the trumpet and the violin, the strings. David, he come with that spirit with what? That violin. You understand? That trumpet, our children of Israel, they blew that time of war, time of gathering. Our ancestors used different instruments, so we always been into instruments.
So let me add on to that. So now we had a chitlin circuit, as they called it back in the day when the jazz bands and they had to, rock them little smoky jazz clubs, whatever. If we had a chitlin circuit, chitlin, I can't even say the word, it makes me goddamn section. But what I'm trying to say is, if we had a circuit in place, a brother like this, if he's putting out a message and we endorse that message, we love what he's doing and so forth and so on, and we got a 50, 60 city chitlin circuit. This brother could sell 30, 40,000 copies just rocking the circuit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to get into. If you got something teaching, we got a circuit for you, brother. You going on a tour. It's a 60 city tour, but it's a chitlin circuit tour. So it may not be big arenas, but we can move you from city to city with brothers and sisters like this who want to get this information, and you can survive. Listen, when I wrote this book,
hold the book up so they can see it.
and you can get a copy. I got plenty here. When I wrote this book, I told my queen, I'm a bus driver that's what I do in the daytime and shit like that. I told my queen, I said, listen, if I can make what I make driving a bus with this book, I'm out. That's success to me. I'm good because I just don't want to get off my ass every day and deal with that hustle and bustle. I'd rather get up every day and do something for me. So I'm not trying to sell $1 million, $2 million. If it happens, so be it. But if I can make what I make work for him, working for myself, I'm good. That's success, and it's a program of success that I wrote. Success. Listen, the last shall be first. Be careful when you see them homeless people on the street and you stepping over like a little smelly nigga and shit like that, and you stepping over and disrespecting. Understand, in Katrina, during the Katrina's time, who was the most equipped people to deal with that shit?
The homeless, because they ain't have no home to lose.
These niggas can live 3 or 4 days. Here it is, we can't, if I don't eat when I leave this motherfucker. Listen, you know how we come, even in our brokenness and being poor, we hide the harm because we got a little spot to go into and shit. These people are trained to eat once a week if need be, the weather, this and that. They became the front line. So you gotta respect people, and you can be homeless because by choice. You know how many people are homeless by choice because they don't want to deal with the so-called matrix. They let you deal with that shit. You follow them? So they don't have no credit card, they ain't got no mortgage, no car notes. And the funny thing about it is, and they eat well.
I do security in the mall. They get the garbage for them, they do little things, and then here I am busting them up. And they eating shrimps left over.
This is what I'm saying.
They eating real good.
And the thing about it is, you saying to yourself, there's no way they're gonna survive. And every day, you're right there. Same nigga right there every day. Me and this homeless nigga got something in common. When I'm going to work, he out there like, look at this young but he's still here. So don't tell me we can't make it if I don't have 5 cars and a diamond necklace. And don't tell me you can't make it, rapper, super producer. Don't tell me you can't make it off, you know what I'm saying, a budget. Come on, we surviving people. We've been here. We're gonna be here. Next question. That's right. Next question.
I had a question about the programming. I have the independent think tank that I started here in Atlanta. And it's, we create African-centered programs. And what we'd like to do is bring hip-hop programs and maybe work together with doing interactive software that will help the children be able to download this information and bring it to the education circuit.
Yes.
You know, I mean, underground, because we're independent. So what we do from city to city and link up each city through the creative arts, whichever way we're going to do it. You know?
Yes.
So that's what we're hoping.
Well, I'm in. Just tell me what you need me to do, where you need me to be.
All right.
And I'm in. Anything progressive, say it again.
We'd like to create avenues for you to do this again in front of you.
Beautiful.
That's good.
Beautiful. Not a problem. So I'm definitely with it. Next question.
You got a number you could put on the tape?
Oh, yes. Reach the Black Dot at 917-292-6769.
Your website?
Website www.matrixofhiphop.com. Reach me. I get calls from all over the place. And people talk to me like that, and I'm like, yo, what's up? What's good? I'm like, where you at, man? You see, I'm in Austria. I get emails from Berlin. 917-292-6769. Next question.
What's up? You see any strong, positive, feminine energy coming out anytime soon?
In
Because
hip-hop?
I mean, we need a lot more sisters representing.
Right now, they got a sister coming out of, I believe she's, where's she from? Her name is Penelope Jones. And she's talking about selling kilos. She dealt with Motown, by the way.
Talking about selling kilos?
Kilos of coke. And you know what I'm saying, she carried a gun and all that kind of stuff. So that's where it's at right now. Sorry to say. Because I don't know no sister. It's a sister in London. What's the sister's name? I forget her name. I want to put it out there. I I forget her name, it'll come to me. She's the only one that I heard is really trying to say something positive. Yes. Miss Dynamite. Miss Dynamite. There you go. Miss Dynamite. She's out of London. Is she out of London? Yes.
Whatever happened to that sister Nefertiti?
Nefertiti.
Word on that?
Is that the one?
She started acting.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, she left.
It's like before.
Oh, she started acting.
Right, but you know, as he talked about, you know, when certain people got shut down, people that, you know, maybe not have had the whole knowledge of the culture, they had to do what they had to do to still survive. So a lot of them went to, you know, just regular jobs and that nature, as opposed to playing the game to make you want to play.
Right, right. You have a choice.
Yeah. So
if you don't want to play the game, don't play the game. Go get a job.
They actually have one, Phoenix or something like that, on the records. She had her hair wrapped up, had scripts and everything, and I saw a perform on Money Love used to had a show on Metro, and literally I just never heard of her again.
Because they're not gonna let that energy. They're not gonna let that energy come back.
But you know, also, let me just say this: on the same realm, you know, you have artists that we claim to love that are still making music that we're still not supporting.
Yes.
You know, like Public Enemy has one of the dopest albums out right now.
Yes.
And you have the people that call themselves conscious. I don't know whether they went out and bought it.
Right,
You gotta
right.
talk about it from both sides as well.
Right, and remember, if you're looking for real hip hop, it's not in the Matrix.
That's right.
You definitely gotta go, because I don't know if this is Karis One's last album. I was online and I heard some Karis One joints, and it brought me back, and I said, I didn't even know this was out. So if you're looking for real hip hop, step outside of the Matrix, support them artists, because they still here. Yes, in the back.
Excuse me, brother. I got here late. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, but you dropping some heavy science.
Thank
you.
you.
Operationally define, because I hear this used a lot. How do you operationally define the Matrix? And is there any subliminal message from the movie, The Matrix, and how it ties into what you're talking about?
Ooh, that's very deep, because I wrote the book after watching those movies. Okay. And what I wanted to do was to show, because a couple of things happened.
Did you know a lady produced that movie?
Yes, Sophia Stewart. Sophia Stewart. Yes, black woman produced it. Here's the thing. As I was explaining yesterday, no matter what level of consciousness you're on, when you watch that movie, it was dope. If you was just a nigga, it was dope. The karate scenes was dope. The graphics, the subliminal messages. And another thing, movies have a tendency to make you think a certain way. So I named my book The Matrix of Hip Hop, because when you say Matrix, niggas go, oh, that's deep, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to think deep before they pick my book up. Because if you're not deep, don't pick it up, because you ain't gonna understand it. So I used that word, because it was a program, to say I want brothers to understand how deep this book is. I could have just said, yo, it's about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, it's probably, talking about this and that. I used Matrix of hip hop because it's so. We could do a 10-hour lecture on the subliminals in the Matrix movies, part 1. Not even the whole series.
Right.
So it is subliminal. When I say Matrix, I mean a multitude of things. You know what I'm saying? A construct, a womb, Ma. You know what I'm saying? The mother, tricks, an illusion. We've been birthed into an illusion. If you think that this was real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And when I say programs, I just mean exactly that. These are different programs put in place to make us think that this is real, and we actualize it by the way, once we believe it's real, it becomes real. And it begins to control our lives. Machine world, when I say machine world, I mean radio, television, magazines, all of them outlets, those machines. And that is what controls our thought process. We all have an altar in our home called a television. And we sit there when times is rough, because if you on BET, that's black people have it. Think about it. Everybody on BET is happy, having a good time, pushing cars and all. So, when I want to know about life, you're supposed to tap into your higher self. We tap into the TV. And the television, which is the altar, you know what I'm saying, tells us
A vision.
Gives us a vision of what we need to be doing, how we need to dress, how we need to think. We all go to the altar to pray.
So it's a matrix within a matrix.
It's a matrix within a matrix, bro.
But the proof of that is look where we placed our TV. We sent our whole living room and bedrooms around the TV. I'm serious.
And
Right.
as an altar. So understand what's going on. And niggas will die and go to heaven. They will kill their soul to be on BET.
Hallelujah.
So they're willing to die to go to heaven, or so-called heaven.
And another proof of that is when you see MTV Cribs, I said in my mind, there's something up with this because all these cribs are clean, they new, ain't nobody got no library, ain't nobody got no books.
Except for Red.
I'm serious, man.
And they even sued a couple of rappers because they didn't pay the bill for renting out those houses. For some of MTV raps. You know what I'm saying? Because they fronting. They all fronting. And that's not what hip hop is about.
It's not.
A dope MC is a dope MC.
Yeah, because if you bit off somebody back in the days, oh, that was your ass. You can't bite no rhymes. Nowadays, you could just say whatever you want to say.
Yes.
I was gonna see, like, before you go on to other artists, one of my favorite artists is Kanye West. What do you think of him?
Oh, I was gonna say something about
Kanye? Okay, here we go.
You just so happen to have it, right?
Yes.
Kanye West got on television and made a comment concerning hurricane victims, and people thought that that was outstanding for him. People like me who don't watch television a lot, because I turned it off years ago. So when I saw that, I said, okay, well, that's good. He said something positive, you know. But then they turn around and I watched a clip maybe a month later of the Grammy Awards, because I don't watch TV now, so I didn't see it that night. They had this gentleman get up there, him and that guy, Jamie Foxx, and they were drum majorettes, you know? And they made such a spectacle of what blackness was. I couldn't imagine that same person making a revolutionary comment concerning Katrina, and then coming back, and they just totally, excuse my phrase, punked them out, like the way they did.
Well,
what is that? Tell me.
With Kanye,
I'm sorry.
okay, brother.
Alright, the single wasn't revolutionary.
Okay,
This dude just made a comment that everybody was talking about, you know what I'm saying? And because it's him, you know what I'm saying, because he had that platform at the time, everybody's like, yo, that's so profound. Like, yo, everybody,
And it wasn't.
anybody who's been under the system, I mean, it's everybody knows that Bush don't care about black people.
Of course. It was like he said some genius shit. Tell me something I don't know. Now, here's the thing with Kanye. I'm glad Kanye didn't win at the Grammys.
Album of the year, you mean?
Album of the year. The reason why, because you don't need to beg people, white people, for acceptance. He kept saying, if I don't win the album of the year, I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying? That's like you begging white people for acceptance. Like that Grammy mean anything.
That was
It don't mean jack.
That was ridiculous.
So I knew they was gonna pull a strings. Shit, George W. Bush might have put that call in. Yeah, this is George W. Bush. That Kanye, make sure you don't win the album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Kanye. So like I broke down last time, I'm not going to read into Kanye means...
People accountable. Jamie Foxx, these guys got to be made accountable.
No, listen, somebody's writing the script, that's what the script say do, that's what they do.
But we have to change the image. We cannot no longer let these people be icons.
Okay, you know what we got to change the image at? We got to change the image among real people in our hood. Because if our kids are still watching TV, we can't change that image. Because they control that image. And they can beam that image anywhere, everywhere they want to beam it and do what they want to do with it. So we got to change the image in Zion, as I say, on the underground, on the forefront. We got to change the image of who we are and build from there and teach them that this is an illusion. Because if we don't,
If we had a day of all turn television off, even if it's one day, let people
you know something? Let me tell you something. I'm glad you said that because I turned the TV off at my house for 30 days. And we were sitting around 2 hours. 2 hours after I turned the TV on, we're sitting around like that. What the hell are we gonna do? some books and read to the kids. We play some board games and shit. I got a back rub from wifey. I'm telling you, listen, when you turn that television off, you'd be surprised how much time you have to do things that you need to do.
Energy as well.
Energy, everything. Son, it was 2 hours. I'm sitting around like, oh, what are we gonna do now? Just 2 hours. So you know what I'm trying to tell you? Yes, that TV is addictive.
But how about the radio?
The radio, don't even turn the radio.
Just as bad.
That's worse.
Because when you listen to the radio, you got to formulate the image in your mind of what they're talking about.
Now,
and if they ain't talking about nothing.
Here's the thing though. Before videos came out, as I've said before videos came out, when you heard a song, you was able to allow your own imagination to interpret what the song meant for you. Now they telling you what the song means. By you turning on the TV and watching the video, and that shuts down your own thinking process. You don't think no more. The video, this is what the video means. Whereas before, you could just listen to the music and say, damn man, that song, to me, that song mean this. This brother, nah, that song mean that. And so forth and so on. Now they're telling you this is what the song means. And when you're talking about synchronization, now you humming the words and they're giving you the visual material objects that they're talking about so you can visual. So now all your shit is linked up. You got radio and video at the same time linked up, fucking your thought process. I'm here breaking down to show you that it's an illusion so that you could be in it but not of it. You could pop in the Kanye album and appreciate the way them beats is banging and appreciate the inkling of something positive that he has to say and delete the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You have to be able to filter because ain't none of us perfect. You know what I'm saying? So when he drops a hot album, take it for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it become your life. You got to write your own story. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And it's not too much positive out there anyway. So when Kanye says something like, you know, Bush don't like black people, it's like a major event. It's like he said something like that. Because ain't nobody else saying it. At least he had the balls to say it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, the story ain't over yet. We got to monitor him over the next 3 or 4 years. That's what it's about. Because they don't forget nothing. Let's see how this all plays out.
Say it again. Say it again.
So let's see how this all Because he got an X on his back now.
He's on the cover as Jesus.
He's on the cover as Jesus. As I broke down last time, I said Kanye means king. You know what I'm saying? And he's king of the West. He's Kanye West. That's king of the West. And I also put that in the book of Revelations, they said Jesus will come in the last days when everything is all falling down. His first single was All Falls Down, followed by Jesus Walks. Okay? His first single that he put out independently was Through the Wire, was talking about his near-death experience and resurrection. He made 3 versions of Jesus Walks. The 3 wise men, you know what I'm saying, Spirit, Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. I'm trying to show you where this is going. You follow what I'm saying? So they're doing these rituals in the music.
It's in everything.
And if you don't pay attention, you will never know. So Kanye means king, his last name is West. And he made the statement, and I quote, I am the one that the world has been waiting for. In the West, what have they been waiting for? Jesus. That's who niggas is waiting for. Let's just be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So understand it's a lot of symbology in the music. A lot of things going on. BET, Black Exploitation Television. We broke down that TV, that altar, and BET is heaven. Niggas want to die spiritually to go to heaven. Because niggas will do anything on TV. They want, nigga will do that all kind of distance. As long as I'm on TV, I feel I have an existence. I feel I belong. I feel my life means something. Because you see half of the things on TV like, bro, how could you get on TV and do that? Flav. Do this shit. Because being in the Matrix is better than being in the real world. At least you in the Matrix. At least you have an existence. At least I'm somebody. That's how they see it. Niggas will do anything to be on TV. Yes.
I just wanted to say this to the people, to our brothers and sisters here. White folks don't forget nothing. Okay? When they think white folks forget anything, look at 80.
It had to happen. Every tape, man. Every tape you get a siren going through.
Chase the French out of 80. Right? England, France, Australia, all of them still kicking 80's ass today. Right? So connect the dots. Connect the dots.
I want you to talk about this Negro right here. This dude was a bad boy when he was so loyal to them, and then he gonna sign with G-Unit.
Reverend Murray Mace.
Mason Bethel.
Or Mason.
Mason, of course.
Okay, Mason, and he went right up into the church. Right? Because most of them reverends are what? Masons.
That's right.
Understand what's going on here?
Connect the dots, man.
Connect the dots. That's all you gotta do is connect the dots. And I swear, in the window shopping video, you look like a faggot. 50, you know what I'm saying, buying them drinks and buying them diamonds and shit. Putting it on his neck for him and all that. And he got that big ass milkshake and he walking like that. See this video. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now he's with G-Unit.
He still got his church.
And he still got his church. But see, you know, so I gotta respect that, because if you're gonna be the reverend and you're gonna screw all the women in the church, at least keep it real. So on Saturday he's mixed murder, on Sunday he's reverend. You know the reverends is hitting. Come on. He's just bringing it out in front. Let's keep it real. So we're gonna keep our eye on this. Real key, we're going to keep our eye on Mace for the next couple of years. We want to know what's good with that. All right. Well, I broke them down before. These are two major players, and they all got political movements now, so you got to really watch that. You know what I'm saying? Hustle Simmons and P. Diddy and shit. Watch them boys real close. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not a representation of me. Nigga, you make how much million, and you gonna come and like you wanna struggle with me? We not the same tax bracket no more. You hanging out with white boys and corporate, you Republican. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
but they're the agents that are allowed to walk amongst us and get our vote. And see, the reason they never chose what political party they just said vote or die or something like that.
They never took
They was telling them white people that our vote is for sale. They can swing it either way. They said, yo, son, I can swing this either way. How you want it. I'm just showing you, look at the power I got, look at the people I got. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with the people that you call your leaders.
But why you said Republican, there's no difference.
I just said that for saying it like, you know, par se. It ain't no damn different. All right. I brought these three brothers up because at one point they was trying to create their own distribution. Now they put out nigga music, let's be real. They ain't putting out nothing positive. But just because these guys was trying to get together and create their own distribution system, they were very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because the distribution is where all the money is made. That's what you fucking with real Italian money now. Shit. And you don't mess with their money. So they brought all of them up on charges. You know what I'm saying? That's Jay Prince.
Irv Gotti.
And like I said, watch the names you choose. If you choose a name like Irv Gotti, expect to be prosecuted.
That frequency, man.
That's just me.
That's right. The nigga frequency.
Records and shit. Oh, that's Suge Knight.
Oh, killed Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And he ain't gonna snitch. We got into the whole snitch thing earlier. Yes, youngster. What's your name?
My name is Akeem.
Akeem, all right, bro.
I don't know if it's off the subject, but I think that people are trying to help the youth wrong. Because like some people try to help the youth by putting them in lectures, boring lectures. And it's like the first day they remember the whole lecture, 2 weeks later they remember some of it. The other day like they remember a little bit of it, and then the other days it's gone. Like if we, like me and him, we're in here learning this. This is exciting, and we can remember it.
Cool.
So like if Public Enemy came out with another, like I listen to Public Enemy all the time. My dad gave me the CD, and I just started listening to it like 2 weeks ago. And so I don't turn on 107.9 anymore. So So like if Public Enemy came out with another CD and put it on the radio, then if people start to actually listen to it, they'll probably change because Public Enemy was an awesome group to me.
Whoa, that's an understatement. Yeah. I'm with you on that. If you said that means that I'm doing my job.
That's right.
Because this is about you. This ain't about these old fogey stubby books. This is about you, because you can make change. So when we get together, I want you to be able to be who you are, enjoy this information, because you're going to be the one that takes it. So you know something? Something about what Black Dot said is going to put me on the right track so I can do, because you're the one who got to make change. A lot of people don't know in the early 80s, 95% of the revolutionaries that was in South Africa was 18 and under.
Of course. It's always been the youth.
You see what I'm saying?
Revolutions have always been driven by the youth.
Yeah.
Older men for counsel, younger men for war, older men for counsel. That's what the Bible said. So we're here to counsel and guide you along, but you're the one who's going to be taking heads. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's you. All right? All right, let's move along. Oh, Leo Cohen.
Liar Cohen.
Liar Cohen. Now, I brought them up because they control hip-hop. They're some of the controlling factions.
Who are they?
Leo Cohen and Jimmy Iovine, the one who runs
Interscope Records.
Interscope Records with 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Aftermath. Watch these dudes, they Satanists. They are.
You can look at them.
By nature.
So I say that to say they understand who you are.
I know.
And they're going to counter that because they control your thoughts. Because if they only allow certain songs to ever be recorded, then that's all you have.
Right.
So don't sleep on the architects.
That's why they make mixtapes and they mainly don't come out. Like,
Of course, why would they?
They have no reason.
Okay, so understand these cats right here. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I just want to move it along. These are some of the super producers. The drummers. When we're ready for war, these are the drummers. You know what I'm saying? These are the ones who can tap in and bring that music out. And they can, listen, they're just as responsible as the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Even more so, because that music sets the tone for everything. And they're being used. They used Dr. Dre to create 3 different empires. NWA, they had it over the head. Eazy-E took him and started Death Row. He beat him over the head, and now he started Aftermath. Without Dre, none of them corporations exist on that level. Let's keep it real. He's the beat maker. In the Matrix, they call him the key maker. That's the beat maker. All right? Understand what we're talking about.
Gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper, okay? The beat maker, the one who taps in.
So did you just say any insane thing?
Fuck Snoop. Let's give it a real short answer. Fuck Snoop. Nah, we'll deal with it. These are the video directors. These are the ones who help paint that picture that you see. And they all showing the same video. They all make the same video. They all make the same video. It's Groundhog's Day. Same video over and over. Get some women, take your clothes off, show the crack of your ass. Niggas iced out walking by. Niggas got the rims, you know what I'm saying? I could be a video director and that's what it's about.
Right.
This ain't no genius behind this. Some of them get a little creative, but understand, watch the ones who are putting these images out. Don't let them go undetected. That's why I put their faces up. From now on, when you start seeing videos, write down the name of who directed that video. A lot of them are also in them secret societies and they'll throw imagery around, you know what I'm saying, that you may not be able to pick up, but they're conveying and talking to each other. Understand, a lot of that secret society, Mason shit is not about written words, it's about images and glyphs. They speak a language that has nothing to do with words.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Okay, so understand that. Okay, these are the mixed DJs. This is a phenomenon now. It used to be separate industry. That was representing the underground. It had nothing to do with what was being corporate. Now, all the corporate labels do what? Give their music to these niggas. And these niggas plump their records so the corporations can make more money. It used to be 2 different industries. Underground was for them underground artists who didn't want to record with them corporate dudes. They kept it on the underground, and these producers are the one, right? Now it's one system. It's one whole system. The corporations want to break a new artist, they send a record to one of them, they download this program called Underground. Let's go right here. Let's download the Underground program. I want to produce him. And they download and send them records and they pump it, and you think you getting some exclusive underground shit, and it was sent by the overground. It's all one now when it used to be two separate entities. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, so now it's all one. And you can thank 50 for that. Partially because he the one who took the cash. He was the underground king. Had a name. He was check this fly shot. He was going on tour and never even had an album out. He was going on tour off mixtapes, unheard of. His mixtapes was so powerful and it was reaching so many people. He was on tour with mixtapes. And then they gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. Gave him that $1 million, which ain't nothing. And he sold out. Now there's no more. That's it. Alright, these video games that some young guys play. Listen, I'm only going to be brief with it.
Sucks.
Listen, we in an era now with these youth. See, when we was young, we went out and played. Bring the Libya, touch football, run, catching kids, all kind. We was very active as youth. Now, kids are sitting here like this, getting fat, working their fingers with video games. They don't go outside no more and stuff like that. We're in a different era now. We're in a computer era, a generated era, where now these images, and I understand this too, our youth have the ability to tap in and bring images into a reality. You know what I'm saying? Our imagination is what enables us to bring things into reality. So what if youngster taps in? He playing video games so much. All he can do is tap in. If he, you know what I'm saying? He can't bring a beast down to help fight this white dude or bring an energy down. He gonna bring down Busta Rhymes. He gonna bring down 50 Cent because that's all these video games is playing. He tapping in like that. And another thing, white people are playing Halo. They conquering planets. That's their mentality. Even when they playing games, it's to conquer us. What we playing? Grand Theft Auto. We on some bullshit, niggas. This is shit we playing. We on some earthly realm nothingness. Even when they playing games, their mentality is to conquer your ass. They go on to different planets because that's what white people do. They travel, they conquer a town, a city. They move on, they conquer another town, another city. Parasites. Yes. Yeah, they're parasites. So understand that that's what that is. And I wanted to show some of the video vixens. Because, especially down here in Atlanta, this shit is, I mean, you know, it's strip clubs everywhere. We going a little later. That's bullshit. I'm gonna keep it real. We ain't touch. We did some nigga shit while we here, but we ain't touched no strip club. We just been hanging out at the time. But the point I'm trying to make is, we have made this into something that's accepted. When chicks used to strip, they kept that on the low. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They kept it on the low, like, yo. If they was trying to pay their way through college or something, now it is a profession. Yes, it is. It's a job.
To brag
and
about,
they come out and tell you, oh, I strip. Yeah, that's right.
Right?
That's it.
Proud of
like,
that.
that's some shit to be proud of now. Yes. You see what I'm saying? And down here, this has got to be the damn capital.
Yes, it is.
Clubs everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So now our women feel that it's okay to come out because this is how they make their money. It's disgusting.
They get a license here.
Oh, they get a license? A strip license?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, sir. Get the fuck out of here. You mean you got to pay taxes for shaking that ass? You can't just shake that ass. That's the craziest shit I ever heard.
License.
Back to you gonna get a license to sell drugs. You gotta pay your taxes on being a drug dealer. But we know the pharmaceutical company is the biggest drug dealer.
Niggas ain't gonna do it. Right.
The people told me if I don't work, and she straight up tells that, say if I sold drugs, they can charge me. There's a charge for saying pharmaceutical distribution. If she tells it to the prosecutor.
Did she tell that to the...
Wow! I heard that, I said, man,
wow!
In order to correct the situation, they ain't gonna lock you up. But they gonna get their little piece off of what you doing.
Basically, well, that's what America's doing. They just want their PC, and they good. We know you killing your own people, but I just want my PC. And last but not least, there's a boom in black literature. You know, we write a lot of books, but this is the shit we write. You know what I'm saying? We're not writing nothing progressive anymore. We're writing about pimps, hoes, drugs. This is a phenomenon. I'm from uptown. You walk down Harlem, it's a book stand on every corner, and they got one little section of consciousness. About that big. And a lot of them out there tell you, I can't survive if I don't sell this. You follow what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking the guys on the street peddling per se, but understand this is a science. They know black people are reading now, so we're gonna give you this trash to read.